Good evening, students, parents, and any other family member that's joining us tonight. My name is Rob Privitera, and I am your child's American history teacher for this school year. Also in the classroom is Mr. Williams. Mr. Williams is my UCF junior intern, so he's with us every day on Tuesdays and Thursdays for the first half of the year. So far the kids have had a great time getting to know Mr. Williams, and he has learned a lot, and let's hope that continues for the rest of the year. Just wanted to start off by saying that I'm really sorry that I'm not there today. I have never missed an open house before. However, about a month ago I received a phone call from the superintendent of the high school that I graduated from. He informed me that I had been selected as the 2018 Distinguished Alumni of the Year. So the award ceremony is tomorrow morning, and so I had to fly up earlier today so that I could be there to accept my reward. I'm very humbled by this and really wanted to be there. So just a little bit about myself. Like I said, I'm originally from Mount Morris, New York. It's a small town in upstate New York near Rochester. And I come from a family of teachers. All the adults that you see in this little family photo here are either retired teachers, current teachers, an administrator, or even a local school board member. So it's really in kind of the DNA. It's really the family business, we've been told. I went to Canisius College, which is a small private school in Buffalo, New York, and my degree is in history, political science, and international relations. I was at Maitland Middle School for about 8 years before I came here 2 years ago, and before all that I was at the Colonial 9th Grade Center for a year. I really do enjoy my job. I really like coming to work every day. A little bit about the curriculum in here. In American history, we do the first half in 8th grade. So we start with the European explorers, which we already talked about. Then we move into what we're talking about now, which is the 13 colonies in colonial America. From there, we continue on to the American Revolution. We talk about the writing of the Constitution and kind of the early presidents. Then we move on to the War of 1812, westward expansion, and end kind of with the Civil War and even touch a little bit on Reconstruction. They'll get the second half of American history when they get to 11th grade. So just a little bit about my teaching philosophy. I do believe that all children can and will learn while they're in my class. I believe that students will learn how to be better citizens of the United States once they're in my classroom. I truly feel that that's the real reason for social studies education. I believe in a cooperative learning environment that leads to a better understanding of materials, that adds support, and it builds social character. Normally when you'd come into my classroom, you would not see the desks in rows. You would see them in groups of 4. I really do advocate kids working together on things. I also believe that using digital tools in the classroom will both enhance learning and increase those 20th century skills that all of our kids today definitely need. And of course, I like to make learning fun. You'll see some of the pictures here. We'll have days where the staff will all dress alike. I have a lesson where I go outside and we play a very structured version of tug of war. We have lots of lessons where the kids are up moving around, putting things on timelines, things like that. I do lots of times kids presenting the material to the class with their own drawings and stuff like that. But sometimes they're dressing up in hats and wigs. Try to make it as fun as I can. A little bit about the class. There are different types of assignments that the kids will have in here. All assignments will be given at least 2 days before they are due. Assignments mostly include reading questions, classroom document analysis, so DBQs we call them. They do get a project every 9 weeks, and we do close reading in here. Of course, there's also tests and things like that. Also, I am a gifted endorsed teacher, so last year I completed all the classes I need, and I am officially a gifted certified teacher. So if your student is gifted in an 8th grade, they will have me. If your student is not gifted, they could still have me. And if they're not gifted, that's perfectly okay. Lots of times they will do better in a class that's mixed with some gifted kids in there. Hopefully they will rise to the occasion. But what it means to be gifted endorsed really is to provide students with academic tasks and topics designed to stimulate and challenge them. It provides students with guidance when it comes to their unique needs, and I also inform colleagues on the unique needs and challenges that comes with gifted students. Also, I just want to touch on homework in this class. There are two types of homework that the kids will have. One is unfinished classwork, and that will hopefully not happen too often. If it does, then maybe we want to have a conversation about how well they're using their class time. But the other type of homework are my video lectures. So a few years back, I decided that instead of lecturing the kids in the precious school day hours, that I would record all of my lectures, post them on YouTube, and the kids could watch them. Well, since I've transported all those into edpuzzle.com, which the kids can go in, log in, watch my lectures, there will be 10 embedded multiple choice questions. All they have to do is just watch the lecture and answer the questions. At the end of the 9 weeks, all those points get added together and they get a nice big grade that hopefully lifts them from either a B to an A or a C to a B. So let's work with me and make sure that the kids are keeping up with their videos. There's about one every other week, works out to be about 5 every 9 weeks. Also, if you can, I would greatly appreciate any classroom donations, especially things like Kleenex and hand sanitizer. We want to keep everybody happy and healthy. There is a list on the backboard of some things that I am in need of. The Media Center is also open for any book fair needs that you may have. And also, just so that you know, there is still space available for our Washington, D.C. trip in March. So if you missed that deadline, don't worry, you can still sign up. If you want to contact Laura Smith, Miss Smith up in 7th grade, she's the contact person for that. You can also reach out to me and I can forward you in the right direction. I just kind of want to conclude by giving a special thank you, especially to all of you that came tonight. I really do have wonderful kids this year, and I don't just say that every year to all parents when they come in. I truly do have one of the best group of 8th graders I've ever had in my decade of teaching. That really is a testament to all of you and what you guys do at home. So thank you very much for making this year so far very enjoyable, and I'm sure it will continue to be that way. If you have any questions or concerns, please reach out to me. You can email me. My email address is on the screen. Also, you can send me a message in Canvas. That goes directly to my email. If you leave your phone number, I will get back to you when I return to Florida next week. Also, I'm going to add these slides to an announcement on our Canvas page so that you can look at them whenever you need to. Thank you again for coming. I greatly appreciate it. And thank you, Mr. Williams, for staying late for me and hitting play on this video each period. Have a great night.